Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the juiciest, the fruitiest, the most mouth-watering perfumes that I have in my collection. This is a top 10, and for once in the history of my videos, it's actually going to be at a top 10 and not a top 15 as it usually is. If you're into fruity scents, this is the video for you. But even if you're not, these are not your basic, boring, fleeting kind of fruity scents. All of these are like powerful, juicy, literally will make you want to drool kind of fruity scents that just provide a lot more than your typical boring, fruity kind of scents. Some of these are on the fresher side, some of these are sweeter. We have a variety of price points as per usual. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get straight into it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's get starting off with fragrance number 1. I have Ella's Brooklyn Sunfruit. This is one of my favorites if I want to pull for just a really sweet, fruity cocktail sort of a fragrance. Made a nice dent into this one actually. It's at about here, I would say. 2 summers ago is when I was really using this. I brought with me to my vacation when I went to Greece and Albania, and this was like my go-to when we went to the beach and stuff. This is actually pretty long lasting. I'm actually sick at the moment, so it's kind of hard for me to smell these perfumes. I can just like barely smell them, which is kind of annoying, but obviously I know what they smell like. And I think the reason why I love this so much, and the fact that it's so juicy and delicious and it has this deep almost like syrupy sweetness to it, is because this has fig. And I've come to learn I'm absolutely obsessed with fig notes in perfumes. I feel like they almost make perfumes smell like candy. And this also has pear in it, which is another really sweet fruit. So this is just absolutely delicious. We also have coconut in here, so this is definitely more so leaning on the tropical side. So definitely perfect for the summertime, which is not really right around the corner because we've barely made it into spring yet, but she's almost here, okay? I feel like once we get into spring, it's like pretty much summer. This next one is super underrated. Nobody talks about this ever. And I mean, it's a pretty old fragrance, but when I discovered this, it was like a little hidden gem, and I pull for it from time to time. Sometimes I forget about it because I'm not gonna lie, I keep this at like a corner of my collection because I'm actually such a hater of this bottle. I don't understand what the thought process was behind this bottle, but hey, whatever. This is from Selena Gomez, but like OG Selena Gomez. I don't even know when this came out, like early 2000s probably. This fragrance right here, it is like a bowl of fruits, but it's not fleeting and it's not like airy, fruity, fresh. It actually has so much depth. It's pretty much like the color purple. Weirdly enough, this reminds me of Love Spell, which if you know me, you know it's one of my most hated scents of all time. There's something in it that is so screechy and almost like sour and almost honestly like gone bad to my nose. And it's like, okay, well, like how do you like this? And you're saying it smells like it. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like exactly what I wanted Love Spell to be. It's this perfume. This has raspberry, it has pineapple, it has blackberry, peach, and orange. Just so many delicious fruits, but then you also have dark chocolate in here mixed with vanilla and coconut and also amber. So it's just so well-rounded and warm and complex, and it has this creaminess to it. This fragrance is so good. I feel like it doesn't get any fruitier than this. And honestly, the more this dries down, I don't know if it's from the amber or the vanilla or whatnot, I'm not really sure. The longer it's on your skin, the more it's dried down. I feel like it just gets more like sexy and it meshes with your skin so well. It's so good. Don't sleep on this. I know nobody talks about it, but trust me, you're gonna love it. This one is very fitting for where I live because I'm very close to Miami. This is Escada Miami Blossom, and this is another fresh bowl of fruits. Oh my god, but in the sweetest way, almost in like a bowl of fruits, but they're not just fruits, they're like candied fruits. This is so good. This smells like gummy candy mixed with fruits. And here we have watermelon, blueberry, orange, pineapple. It's so delicious. That pineapple definitely brings a tropical feel to this, and I mean, it is called Miami Blossom. But there is some tiare flower, which that's another very like beachy kind of floral. And you also get jasmine and tuberose in here. So they do add a little bit more of a complex sort of feel to this scent. Otherwise, it would just be more body spray leaning. So I like that they've added those florals, but it's not like I can call this a floral scent. It just kind of plays up with the fruits, if anything. But the fruits are definitely dominating over the florals, that's for sure. And then you do get this Ambroxan woody musky sort of base, but overall it is literally like candied fruits. It is so freaking good. It will make your mouth water. Let's get into this little gem right here. I feel like I have long nails right now, so we gotta do the ASMR. Okay, maybe I should become an ASMR-tist. ASMR-tist? Is that what they're called? Okay, that's enough. This little number is Harem Al Sultan Gold, and this is actually not a spray, it's a fragrance oil, and it has this little glass applicator that you just put on like that. And this literally is, oh my god, a bowl of fruits also, but this is more like pineapple, like straight up pineapple. There's peach, there's plum, and I find plum to be so intoxicating and sexy, and that is exactly what I find this. The plum just gives it depth and richness and another level of sweetness to that pineapple that's also in here. But you also have florals like jasmine and peony, so they make it really, really feminine and pretty, kind of more uplifting. Definitely equal with the fruits. It's not just a fruity scent. There's definitely more to this one. There's a woodiness in the base. It's a little bit musky. It is so good. As you can tell, my mouth is watering and I can barely even smell this right now because I'm sick, but it still pulls through just because it's that strong. So definitely not one to mess with, okay? And this is such a great one for layering. If you put this on, like put it on your pulse points and then spray on a fruity kind of fragrance on top of it, or even like a floral scent or whatever you have, this as your base will just lock in any perfume you put on top of it, and your scent will last all day. And then some. Here's another one that I'm very tempted to do ASMR on, and I'm going to because that's nice. This is called English Laundry Oxford Blue Femme. I know that there's a men's version. This is obviously the women's version and it looks like this. You can screenshot it. This little perfume right here is $12.99. As you can see, I got it at TJ Maxx. I don't know if they still have this because I got this maybe a year, 2 years ago. I know it's been a little while. But this is one of those like cheapy little fragrances that they have just out and about. I usually don't mess with those fragrances if I'm being honest, because I've smelled a couple of them in the past and they all just smell generally like cheap smelling to me. And I don't say that in an offensive way. Obviously, you guys know I'm like the queen of recommending cheapies because you can smell amazing with cheaper fragrances. Cheap fragrances don't have to smell cheap, but a lot of those perfumes that I have smelled that are cheaper at TJ Maxx, they actually do smell cheap, some of them. But lately they have been coming out with ones that actually smell amazing. They have a lot of like the dupe ones that dupe other like really high-end perfumes. But then there's also fragrances like this, like just little hidden gems that they have that actually deliver. And I got this for $12.99, but it does not smell like $12.99. This smells like a over $100 designer, like easily, and it actually stays on for a good amount of time too. And this is so absolutely delicious. I'm gonna put up the notes for you right here because there is so many notes in this one and just so many fruits, but not only fruits, but like the most delicious fruits. We have pineapple, melon, red fruits, citruses, black currant. And you can definitely smell all those fruits, yes. There's violet in here, which is one of my favorite florals, and just some other really pretty ones. But then you also have caramel in this one, which I feel like is kind of unpredictable, but it's there. There's also vanilla. So it just like plays up on those fruits. It's just a really sweet scent. I don't understand how honestly it has so many sweet notes, and it is sweet, but it still has this clean laundry kind of feel to it. Do not sleep on this one. This is honestly so addicting. It's so good. For the price point, it's actually like unbeatable. You cannot find something for this cheap that smells this good and actually performs. This next one is for my watermelon lovers, and I know a lot of these had watermelon, but this one, forget about all the other notes in here. This is straight up just a big bowl of fresh, juicy, sweet, perfect watermelon. Okay, this is one of those watermelons that you didn't have to go like this to try to hear if it's a good one and then you get home and it sucks. No, this is like that perfect watermelon that you cut into and it's just like oozing sweet, delicious, juicy watermelon-ness. This is Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice. Never know how to say that, but oh, my hair. I'm very, very low on this one. This is a really easy fragrance to get through because it's like watermelon juice in a perfume. Pretty much. It's like maybe just a little bit more perfumified, but the watermelon is so realistic in this one. And the freshness, this is like a perfect springtime kind of a scent. It's so uplifting. It just kind of boosts your mood. It just puts you in such a fun, lighthearted, upbeat mood. I can't even explain it. We have kiwi in the notes in here, also accompanying that watermelon. There's also rhubarb, which I usually find to be pretty bitter, but it's actually not in here. I don't even really smell rhubarb, to be honest. There's pink pepper in here. I don't really find this spicy at all, but I guess it's doing something in here. I don't even know. Okay, just like forget about the other notes. It's literally just like watermelon juice, but like make it more perfumified and like Dolce & Gabbana-esque. All right, another one of my favorites that is so underrated. This is a celebrity perfume. It is so cheap, and that is Beyonce's Heat Rush. This one has passion fruit, it has blood orange, and it has cherry, which is one of my favorite notes. I literally just recently did my favorite cherry kind of perfumes video, so I'm gonna link that up here if you're interested and if you also love cherry. But this one is very tropical feeling. Again, it has this like candy-like feel to it because I mean, it has passion fruit and cherry, which are some of the sweetest fruits. You also have mango blossom, you have hibiscus into this one, orchid, and there's also amber, which is very fitting for the color of the bottle. I feel like it smells exactly how it looks. There's also teak wood in here, which is a woody note that I actually really love. Teak wood smells amazing. Every time I think of teak wood, I think of mahogany teak wood by Bath and Body Works, which is one of my favorite smells because it literally smells like the inside of a Abercrombie store. I don't really smell teak wood in here. Don't really get that much of a woody vibe, maybe slightly, because it is a little bit more elevated than just a fruity scent. But wow, this is so good, and I find it so sexy, honestly. One of my most highly complimented perfumes is God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. God is a Woman is so freaking good, and this is all about a juicy, sweet, but maybe even slightly tart pear. There's orris, there's ambrette, there's Turkish rose in here. I do get a little bit of that rose, but it's mainly the pear kind of overpowering it in the best way. And it's so strong that even now where I can barely smell it, I can smell it. There's also Madagascar vanilla in here and a strong woody base, which I am in love with. I don't know what it is about this one. This one gets me so many compliments. My husband really loves this. She put out this line of body sort of products in this scent, which was like really random. I feel like that whole line was so underrated. I feel like nobody even knew about it. I actually picked up one of the little body oils and I was obsessed with it. And it was that oil that made me want to buy this actually, because I had this when it first came out and then I decluttered it. And after buying that oil, I was so obsessed, and my husband was complimenting me nonstop that I was like, okay, I have to get this again. And I do not regret it. I freaking love this. Kayali scents are some of my favorites, and Eden Juicy Apple. I mean, this smells like the truest form of a candied apple, like a bright red apple in this sugary red delicious coating. And I know that there's a lot of blueberries in here as well, so it's just like candied blueberries and apple. There's more notes into this as well. I'm just telling you like the key notes that you're gonna smell out of here. It is so freaking good, and for whatever reason this garners so many compliments. People are obsessed with this one. My husband really loves it. It literally smells like a lollipop. it makes you smell like a lollipop, but not in a juvenile way. Like there's still something sexy and flirty and fun about this without smelling like a little kid eating a lollipop. It's definitely more complex than that, but it's really delicious. And then the last fragrance that I have here is I Love Love by Moschino. This one is like the most realistic orangey kind of fragrance, and normally I wouldn't be into that because sometimes it depends with citruses. I don't like fragrances that smell too sour, too tart, but this one, oh my god, this is so good. This has forever been said to be a dupe for Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. I personally prefer this way more. I decluttered my Light Blue because I have this in my collection, and if I had to pick, it would be this over Light Blue anytime. In here you have lemon, grapefruit, orange, red currant, there's cedar notes, there's a ton of woodiness kind of playing up with the citruses. It's super aromatic, and I find it to be so sexy, and it reminds me of just like, I don't know, being in Italy in the summertime with the sundress on. It's giving me like Positano vibes, which is totally on my bucket list of places that I need to go to, and every time I smell that, it just transports me to that mindset. All right, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those are the top 10 juiciest, fruitiest, most delicious scents that I have in my collection. Let me know yours. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.